$1,200. $1,200 is what we have spent on groceries this month. We're not eating steaks. We're barely eating meat. It's like ground turkey instead of ground beef. We're doing canned tuna for tuna casserole. My kids have ramen and dumplings when I don't feel like making dinner. We're not going out to eat. We're not going crazy. We have some snacks every once in a while, but it's like, oh, I don't know, a bag of Doritos every other week is what we're buying. And mostly it's like air-popped popcorn. How are we spending $1,200 in a month on groceries? This is unsustainable. How do we live like this?
Publix, this is ridiculous. Seriously. What world are we really living in? This is truly, look at this. Look how small this pack is. Seriously? That fits like in my palm. Crazy.
Who else saw the $8 ground beef price and thought, oh, that's not bad? We're so used to the crazy high prices that $8 for that, it's like, oh no, that's actually not bad. And that's the messed up part with this whole thing. Groceries have gotten so high that my fear is this is where it's going to be at. This is going to become the baseline, is that no one is, the powers that be seem to be doing nothing about the fact that groceries is so high. Even a year later, it's been a whole year, and groceries is still high, as though we have a choice to not eat. It's like no one is doing anything about bringing these grocery prices down. And before you know it, this becomes the norm, where a pound of ground beef is going to be $6, as though it wasn't $3 a while ago. Bacon used to be $3, and then it was, ooh, it's expensive. Now you find bacon for $3. That's clearance. That's clearance. And that's the messed up part. We don't want to live in a situation where bacon is $6. The regular price for bacon is $6. Now, to get bacon cheap, you go to Aldi and it's $4 something. $4. Isn't that crazy? And I know bacon is supposed to be maybe luxury. You can skip bacon. Rubbish. The point is, we are the richest country in the world. We are the greatest country in the world. We can't afford bacon. What are we coming to? So what are we supposed to eat for breakfast? Sugar and milk in a name called cereal. If you want to feed your children healthy, nutritious meals, sausage, eggs, they're expensive. And unfortunately, it seems as though that's what the baseline is going to be, because when these prices go up, they don't seem to come down. It's been over a year. The powers that be are doing nothing because they don't feel it. How many of them go to the grocery store and with their wallet, they have a lot more income that they don't feel an increase of 50% increase in groceries? They don't feel it because they make a lot of money.
I used to be able to say, even last year, that we would spend less than $150 a week on groceries. I can no longer say that. No matter how many coupons I clip, no matter how many sales I shop, still consistently over $150 a week, probably even close to $200 a week at this point. We're feeling it. We're feeling the pressure. So as somebody who is trying to save money and pinch pennies from one mom to another, let's talk about a few money saving tips. My first tip: use your freezer. If you have an extra freezer outside of your normal fridge freezer combo in your kitchen, use it. Buy things that are on sale. Buy them in bulk, especially meat. If you're a meat family like we are, chicken. When chicken goes on sale, buy it up. Put it in different portioned bags so that it's ready to go. Put it in your freezer, pull it out when you need it. Best money saving tip. Tip number 2, if your kids are snackers like mine, do not buy anything name brand. My kids love Nutri-Grain bars. Every store that you go to has their own version of a Nutri-Grain bar. We always shop at Aldi because it's the cheapest for us in our area. I am not going to pay an extra dollar per box to just get a name brand. Do not buy name brand snacks. Eat your leftovers. I know that this is harder for some than it is for others. I have had to become a leftovers person. When I first got married 5 years ago, I would not touch anything that was not fresh. But as I've grown and matured, I've seen the damage it can do to a grocery budget to not eat your leftovers. I know that none of these are necessarily life-changing or new to anybody, but I hope that maybe it's a good reminder that, first of all, everybody's struggling, not just you. And second of all, there are things that we can do to kind of ease the pressure just a little bit.
The only good thing about grocery prices being up is it's pushing us to use those money saving tips and hacks from back in the day. The freezer thing is a definite plus. And deep freezers are not expensive. If you don't know, you could get a good sized deep freezer, I think ours, for $150. So if you're thinking about a Christmas gift, this may be the best Christmas gift you can get for yourself for 2026. And when it comes to leftovers, the secret, because our family, we are so good at stuffing the fridge with leftovers. Oh, it's almost like I planned it. I'm by the fridge talking about groceries. Not planned. It just all right, so we're known for the fridge being full of leftovers, and I'm good at labeling them and putting dates on them. All that does not matter if you don't eat it. It's good. You're good at saving and planning for leftovers, but if you don't eat it, what's the point? So what I found out is making the leftovers the meal for the next day. For us, it used to be every 2 days, because what we eat on Monday, I repeat on Wednesday, but that isn't working out. And so I end up wasting leftovers. So what I've found out is if whatever we have today and we have leftovers, that's what we're eating tomorrow. That's the only way we've been able to use up our leftovers. And then the major part of it is me, portion control. I don't know why every time I make pasta, I don't know why I always overdo it. You know how pasta is. When it's dry, it's small, and then it's cooked and it's twice the size. So if you're the one doing the cooking at home, it starts with you. Portion size. You would rather they finish it up, and if they're still hungry, you give them extra snacks or whatnot, than overcooking it only for it to sit in the fridge for 2 weeks and then you end up throwing it away. You've just thrown money away.
The price for 1 pound of ground beef is now more than the federal minimum wage, guys. How crazy is this? And how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use a couple big chains at where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of like a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or a Food for Less if you have that. So I will tell you that of all the places that I'm shopping right now, Aldi happens to be my favorite. And no, they don't have everything. And Aldi is like the great value brand at Walmart. That's all they have in the whole store is the Aldi brand. So there's not as much selection, but I like a lot of the stuff that they have there. So I did a price comparison out here. Stater Brothers, which is down the street from me, has amazing butcher department. The meat department is great. So I went and bought my weekly groceries there, $240. Next week, compared it, same level of groceries, $117 at Aldi. So it's completely insane. I think these big chains like Albertsons, Vons, Staters are going to have major financial problems.
Groceries are so expensive right now, you don't need a pantry. You need a time machine back to the Great Depression. Listen, at this point, if you don't have what I call a Depression-era pantry, you are setting yourself up for failure. And I know some of y'all are like, what's that? I wasn't even alive back then. Don't worry, I got you. A Depression-era pantry is about survival with style. It's budget-friendly, non-perishable items that will ensure you never go hungry. Flour, cornmeal, rice, dried beans, oats, pasta, molasses, cocoa, peanut butter, canned fruits and vegetables, canned meat, lard, vinegar, salt, sugar, and spices. This is all the stuff your grandmama could take and make 20 meals out of it and continue to feed the family over and over again. See, most Americans, y'all got really addicted to living high on the hog, like little mini Rockefellers, right? Eating fresh salmon on a Wednesday night, sipping cold brew like water. Let's keep it all way a buck. See, you were never rich. You just had enough credit cards and cheap prices so you could pretend. And now, that runway is gone. So here's the irony for me. The same folks, right, that used to laugh at grandma's struggle meals are about to be Googling how to make biscuits from bacon grease and molasses. And honestly, it's not even shameful. For real, it's smart. Because the truth is, prices are not done climbing yet. We have not hit the peak. So either you build yourself a Depression era pantry right now, or you're going to be out here paying $15 for a bag of rice like it's a luxury handbag. Because at the end of the day, y'all, survival is not about flexing. It's about preparing. And the most American thing you can do right now, learn how to make it work no matter what. That was just like they did back then.
She lost me. She lost me. All I hear is hard work. All I hear, all I hear is hard work. Like, she lost me at molasses, and but she's right though. She's right. It's all facts. It's all facts. If the only way, well, one of the ways to cut back on the grocery bill is to mix in your, cheaper meals with your regular meals, right? Like she's saying. But the reason why we as a nation lost all this old school behavior of making, like she said, biscuits from bacon grease is because it is a lot of work. And we are having to spend more time outside the house. When cost of living is so high where you need both people working, we don't have time to be making molasses biscuits out of bacon grease. Heck, I'm home. So we only have one person working out of the house. And even I, who is home 24/7, do not have the time for that. You know why? School alone takes up time. My kids are in school, but I'm also in school pretty much, because between the emails and helping the kids with their schoolwork so they understand and they do well in school, what time? And then the tidying up, because when you're one income, you can't just be having cleaners come over every week. So what time? What time? And we're supposed to be present because thanks to the way our lives are, we don't have the village. So my kids, I have to be involved with the kids. I have to be present with the kids. So what time? What time are we making all these foods from scratch? Because when I do that, guess what? The screens that the system have put in place that has kept kids from going outside to play means I have to actively be involved with my kids. Let's not go into tangent. But the point is, even for those of us who have one parent at home, we don't even have the time to make all these meals from scratch. But it is fact. We are finding ourselves going backwards to old school era skills just to stay afloat. And that is ridiculous. That is not normal. Things have to change. If you were one of those who never been to the food bank, you're not sure about that, or take a look at this video.
Okay, we all know that people are going to be needing this resource more than ever, so I'm going to demystify the food bank. I'm going to show you my food bank haul I went today. Okay, so of course, like every location is different. I'm sure your local one is different than mine. Ours does not require proof of income. They just ask your name, your address, your number of people in your household. Each category of food, so like proteins, shelf stable, blah, blah, blah. Produce has a different number of things you can get, obviously. So I have 5 people in my family. We get a half a gallon of milk, 12.5 eggs. So I'm going to show you what I got. So 2 cans of chicken noodle soup, 1 jar of peanut butter, 1 jar of beans, elbow noodles, spaghetti, mac and cheese, spaghetti sauce, and another can of beans. Sometimes they have little like freebie things. So like there were these chicken meat sticks, 2 bags of chicken breast. They also had tuna. So ours has cat food. So just like one less thing I need to buy for cat food. They also gave us 1 roll of toilet paper. I'll probably keep this as like my backup emergency toilet paper. And this Trader Joe's Cheerios. We don't even have a Trader Joe's. The closest Trader Joe's is like an hour away, so that's cool. I donated that. For produce, we got a bag of spinach. It changes seasonally too. I remember during the summer they had a lot of like kale, greens, an eggplant because I cannot resist a fried eggplant. 2 tomatoes, sandwiches, tacos. I got a couple bananas for my toddler. An orange, a grapefruit, and a pear. 4 potatoes, 2 giant carrots, and 4 regular onions. Also, they have, I'm telling you, they just have like random stuff. This was Ken's blue cheese. I love blue cheese, so. And lastly, 1.5 eggs. These are like local, free range Pylon Farm milk. If you know, you know. And then you get meat, beef and chicken, or you can get like two of these, whatever. They're really nice about accommodating. So I got 1 and 1 this week. And Guido's donates a lot of stuff to them, so they have stuff that like they can't sell in the store. So this is like French onion dip. I got this and some Cabot cheddar cheese. That's everything I got at the food pantry. I can go once a week, so they have it on Mondays and Thursdays. And I also used to be one of those people that was like, I want to leave things for the people that need it more. I saw a video yesterday that was like, if you are using your credit card to live or to help you live your life, like you do need the food pantry. Like you're not as financially stable as you think. And the more we use these resources, the more they know people need them. They're there for a reason. It's good to use them. It's okay to use them. Everyone eats food. We all deserve to eat. So anyway, I hope that this encourages you to go check it out. Honestly, this will help me so much, even just for like the next week or two. So
My biggest prayer is that this does not become the baseline. That's my biggest ish with this whole thing. This does not become the baseline. We hope for the best that the people, the powers that be, the government, they realize that whatever it is going up high level and internationally, we over here in our day-to-day lives are squeezed left and right, and groceries is number one. All right. Well, guys, I don't even know how to end this video because there's no positive other than hope. We can only hope. We cannot lose hope. All right. Remember, if you need assistance, watch the video I did last time. I have a list of resources you can hit up in your area or nationally. If you need assistance, hit up your food banks, church, charity, church organizations are good at that. And your Facebook groups. This is where Facebook comes in handy. If you need assistance, heck, go anonymous and ask for where can I get free food? Where can I get what churches are helping, right? Do not feel shame. Get the help you need. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, thumbs up, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if this is your kind of thing. All right. Thank you all for watching. I really wish everyone the best. Stay strong. By God's grace, things will get better. Bye.